Hi, beautiful ladies. Welcome to the Go Get Her podcast. I am your girl, London Britt. If you are new here, hi, beautiful queen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you thus far for even watching this episode and just tuning in. But please make sure you subscribe and you hit that subscribe button and you stay with us because it's a vibe over here. If you're not new here, you know what it is. Hey, girl, hey. But I'm super excited to talk with you ladies today. We are going into a deep conversation today, okay? Now, the next couple of videos, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to become the best version of yourself, right? I mean, in total, that's what Go Get Her is about. Going after the woman God created you to be while healing your inner child. So this whole podcast is based off of becoming a better you. But these few next episodes that you will see and watch, I will be strictly focusing on learning the benefits of self-love, learning the benefits of effective communication, learning the benefits of learning emotional intelligence. Like we're going to be talking about specific topics the next few videos. But the first one, of course, is self-love, baby. Because how you going to win if you ain't right within? Y'all heard Lauren? Y'all heard Lauren. Don't sleep on my girl Lauren Hill. She said, how you gonna win if you ain't right within? I used to love that song as a little kid. That thing, that thing, that thing. But yeah, for real though. She wasn't lying. Like, that's a bar. And it hits so different when you're an adult because it's like, no, seriously though. Literally though, like, life is literally wins and losses. You lose some, you win some, you gain every time. So today I'm going to focus on learning the benefits of self-love, why it's important on learning the benefits of self-love, right? And I'm going to share a little bit of my journey with self-love. And as you know, healing doesn't have an end point. So, I may be speaking to you guys from a healed perspective because I have overcame a lot on my self-love journey, but I'm still learning each and every day how to love myself more, and truly and honestly, you really don't know love until you know God, because God is love. And the story I'm going to share with you guys, I knew of God, but I didn't know God because I did not know love. So let's jump right into it. Now, I am blessed to have two parents. My mother and father were both in my home. Now, growing up, obviously, your first male version of love is your dad. And you see how he is with your mom and how he is with you and your siblings or whatever the case may be. Love my dad to death. This is not a video shaming him or anything like that. This is me just sharing my light and telling my truth. I did not have that tight like glue relationship with my father growing up. It might have been different when I was a baby. My mom could speak to this, but from what I could remember, we never had that like close knit relationship. I know my dad loved me. He worked very hard. He provided for us as a family. That is without a question. I see my dad work hard every single day to provide for us. So, like I said, this is not a video bashing him or anything, but your first love for a man is through your dad. And being that I didn't have that close knit relationship with him, like I said, I can't speak to when I was a baby and how he used to communicate with me and talk to me and things like that. But from what I could remember, I don't remember my dad telling me like, oh, you're so beautiful and you're a queen and I love you so much. Like, I don't remember that. And I never had it, as a teenager, preteen, nothing. Now, we're great now. I'm an adult now. He tells me he loves me and he's proud of me and things like that. We could communicate better. And I learned to understand him the way that he knows how to communicate, right? But I'm speaking from Little London, Little Brittany, actually, because she was in London then. I'm speaking from her point of view that, she wished she had that with her dad. She wished she had that close knit relationship with her dad. She wished her dad would have told her, like, you're so beautiful, baby girl, you're a queen, don't let anybody tell you different. Like, she really yearned for that. So being that she didn't get it from her dad, she looked for it in all the wrong places. And I mean, with friendships, yearning for people to like me, yearning for people to love me, wanting to feel accepted. With guys, I mean, like, literally dealing with people that is just like, girl, why? Like, looking back, it's like, what? Why did you deal with that? Like, why did you put up with that? But I've learned that over the years, I dealt with a lot of things because I did not know my worth. I did not know my worth, number one. I knew of God, like I said, but I did not have a relationship with God. And I didn't really like who I saw in the mirror. So if I don't treasure or cherish myself, how can I really expect anybody else to do the same? Now, as far as from the perspective of friendships, child, ooh. I will say in high school, I did have a friend group. We were super tight, super tight. It was like 5, 6 of us, super tight. I had a very, very, very close best friend. Like, we were inseparable, 2 peas in a pod. Um, and as I got older, I learned, like, wow, certain friends you just don't have forever. Like, people grow apart, or you guys are into 2 different things. You're in one lane in life, they're in the other. And people just simply grow apart. It doesn't always feel good, but it's just the reality of it, right? But it really hurt me. It really hurt me because I felt like, wow, like, nobody wants to be around me. Nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody loves me. Like, I just didn't feel like I added any value to anybody's life. When it came to guys, why would he cheat on me? I feel like I'm such a good girlfriend. I'm pretty. I do this. I do that. Why is he cheating on me? Or why is he talking to me like this? Like, I used to constantly ask myself these questions. And it's ironic, right? Because, like I said, I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. But then I would say, I'm so pretty, I'm this, I'm that, I'm such a good person. Like, why do they keep cheating on me? Or what are they seeing in the other girls that they're not seeing in me? And it's like, well, if you don't see it in you, how can you expect anybody else? If you, I'm going to say that again, don't let it go over your head. If you don't see it in you, how can you expect anybody else to? How can you expect anybody else to value you if you don't value yourself? And it's so real because a lot of us go through this. I've communicated with many women who not even just, they were close with their dads. They're not speaking from the same perspective as I am, as not being so close to my dad at a young age. They were close with their dads, but there's always something, there's always a turn somewhere where we start looking for love in the wrong places. And it goes heartbreak, 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 heartbreak. And then it gets to a point where you're so numb and then you just think it's the norm. Well, you know what? Guys are guys. They're going to cheat. They're going to do this. They're going to sneak around. Like, you just accept it. But no, baby girl, you do not have to accept that. There is greater in you and there is greater for you. There is someone out there for you who will respect you, who will honor you, who will value you. But it starts with you. Like, literally, it starts with you. You have to learn, okay, you know what? I'm a catch. I am it. I am that girl. I am beautiful. I am enough. I matter. And God loves me exactly the way I am because he created me in his image. So I have to learn to love me, and I have to learn how to love God. I have to learn how to build a relationship with him so he can speak to me, so he can fill my cup. When I'm feeling low, he can fill my cup. I have to learn how to walk with my head high, fix my crown. I have to learn how to value who I am at the core, at the core, because you are beautiful on the inside and the out. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you different. You're beautiful. You matter. You are enough. You are enough. Comparison is the thief of joy. We see other people. She has this. She has long hair. You are enough just as you are. Do not compare yourself to other people because you will constantly be chasing something that you'll never get. God didn't create you to look that way. He didn't. He did not create you to look that way. He created you as you are for a reason. And when you get closer to Him, you start figuring out that purpose. You start figuring out, okay, wow, okay, you put me on this earth to do this. You made me look like this for this. Like, you start figuring those things out because you guys are starting to communicate. He's starting to tell you things. He's starting to show you things. You're starting to hear. Like, it just gets really good. But it starts with you. It starts with you. So, a few benefits of learning how to love yourself is you gain so much confidence. I mean, so much confidence. When you walk in a room, can't nobody tell you nothing. You know why? Because you're God's daughter. You know why? Because you're beautiful. You know why? Because you are the light. You are the light, and you know you light up any room that you walk in. You shift any atmosphere. You turn negative to positive. You walk with this like, yeah, like I'm that girl. Like, you just gain so much confidence. And I'm gonna call it Godfidence because you're learning to walk with Him. So you have that confidence, like, He's not gonna steer me wrong. He is not going to steer me wrong. My faith is so strong that I know if God is telling me to go left, even though in my mind I want to go right, I know going down that journey of going left, He will bring me to where I need to be. He is blocking me from places where I don't need to be and I want to go. Like, you get that confidence, right? Another benefit of learning how to love yourself is you really, really learn how to love others and love on people, because we can't truly love on people, be that girl's girl, if we don't have it in us to love ourselves. Like, I definitely went through that before. Now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely went through that before where I really did not care to like give compliments. I didn't care to be around people. I didn't care to motivate or inspire. Like, I definitely went through that. Like, as a teenager, when I was going through a rough time, I did not care about nobody. Now, if you know me, that probably sounds crazy because it could be a stranger on the street. Oh, girl, you look cute today. Where you going? Like, that's just me. Like, I always love like giving women compliments, encouraging women, inspiring women, strangers, family, friends, whatever the case may be. But there was a time where, because I was so unhappy, because I did not love myself, I didn't love who I was at the core, I didn't love who I saw in the mirror, I wasn't loving on other people. I wasn't loving on my sister. At the time, it was just me and my little sister, Cece. I wasn't loving on her. I was just going through so much that it came to a point where I was like, girl, you on your own right now because I'm ready to clip it. Like, I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, but when you have that inner love and it's exuding out of you, you have no other choice but to spread it. You have no other choice but to spread it. And I'm not saying all of you are that like outgoing, outspoken person. You may have a shy, quiet, reserved type of personality. But when you walk in a room, your light shines so bright. Conversations start, things spark, and it may be just a simple like conversation between you and somebody else, but you don't know how it helped them. You don't know how it affected their day, like just you being you. So yeah, that's another benefit of, learning yourself. You start to love on others and really appreciate others and love on your people. Like, you have a village, you have a partner, husband, like loving on your people, because we are not all here forever. We're not. We do have an expiration date. I mean, we expire here on earth, Up there is lit, but we ain't gonna be here forever. So love on your people, but love on you first. Love on you first. Another benefit of learning how to love yourself is you don't let nobody play with you. You don't let nobody play with you, baby. You're not going to enter into relationships where you're confused and you want them to fill voids. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We're not doing that no more. We're not getting with people to fill voids. Not anymore. You know who we're letting fill those voids and help us heal from the inside out? God. Yeah. Yep. We're not getting with old Zoo because he's talking that talk, spitting the spit in our ear, and we're like, ooh, oh my God, he loves me. You know, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're taking our time, getting to know people. But when those red flags go up, baby, spin it around and go the opposite direction. We're not just, oh, well, everybody has their problems. And, maybe I just want to like see how it is. Everybody goes through things. Maybe I could help him. Baby girl, take that cape off. You can't. You can't, okay? Only God can help that man. Only God can help that man. And I'm not saying if you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all are going through things, y'all are on the same pace, y'all respect one another, y'all are healing together and separately. No, that's something totally different. I'm talking about initially, in the beginning, if you and somebody else cross paths, y'all have a liking, and the red flags are right in the beginning, run, 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 okay? Run. Because it's only going to hurt you in the end. It's only going to hurt you because it starts off as, oh, he's just not a good texter. He doesn't really call too much. That's not his thing. And it goes to, oh, we don't hang out because he works all the time. Then it goes to, oh, he only talks to me like that when he's upset, when he's mad. It keeps going and going and going. And then you just keep making excuses and excuses and excuses. And guess what's happening? As you're making those excuses, you're hurt. You're hurting. You're not feeling loved. You're not feeling appreciated. You're not feeling valued. And then you're going to say, you know what? I don't know my self-worth. Because that's what I went through. That's what I went through several times. Okay? Not just once, several times. Kept getting into things with people. And I'm just like, yeah, this is not it. This is not it. I want to feel loved. I want to feel appreciated. And maybe in the beginning it seems that way, but then it seems to fade away. But then we just stay, right? We just stay, we stick it out, we deal with it because he's showing me attention or he's making me feel loved. It's not love. It's not love. God's love is unconditional. It does not change. Sometimes it's tough love because he's trying to create us to be better women, but his love does not change. People's love does change. People's love is conditional. If they love you because you can do X, Y, and Z for them, and then you stop, guess what stops too? The calls, the texts, the check-ins, all of that. That's conditional. God's love, no. You may stray away. You may, God, I see the call, but I'm not picking up that phone. But he still loves you. He still loves you. He still wants the best for you. He still wants you to come to him. He still wants you to call on him. He still wants you to text. He still wants you to pull up. His love does not change. But don't make excuses for people. And I mean relationships, friendships, talking, situationships, whatever. Don't make excuses for people. Make yourself a priority. Make your love, your self-love a priority. And if it does not suit you, if it's not aligning with where you are in life, if it's not making you happy, it really comes down to that. If you are not happy, done. Clicked. Learning to love yourself is learning boundaries. Yeah, this is not serving me anymore. This is not aligning with the woman that I'm trying to become. This does not make me feel good. So you know what? I'm going to let you go. We can go our separate ways. Excuse me, cordially. It doesn't have to be any beef. But I'm going to remove myself from this situation because I love me so much. God loves me so much. I value myself so much. My faith is so strong that I know God has better for me than what is right in front of me. See, when you learn to love the woman that you see in the mirror, when you learn to love who God created you to be, when you learn to love who walks in the room and who turns things around and who turns the light on and who shifts the atmosphere, when you learn that, when you learn to love who God created you to be, when you learn to love why He created you the way you are, when you learn to love, this is my purpose, when that purpose turns to passion, it's lit. Like, y'all see the smile? Sometimes my cheeks be hurting because I just be smiling. I just be so happy. And let me tell you this, baby. People are going to be jealous of that. People are going to be jealous of that. Oh, why is she always so happy? Somebody said that to me before. Somebody literally said to me that they didn't like me because I was always so happy and I'm always so extra and doing the most. And I just act like I don't have no problems in life. And I'm like, huh? What? Like, why would you not like somebody because they're always happy? That's triggering something in you, and you need to figure that out. You need to figure that out. Like, if you're that girl and you be mad because people are just so happy and so extra, and you need to check that. You need to check that, beautiful queen. Because what is in you that doesn't like that? What is in you that doesn't like happiness? What is it in you that you want your misery to have company? No, baby, no. We don't want your misery to have company. We want that misery gone. We want it gone. Get it out. Get it out. If I can help you get it out, let me know. I pray for you. But no, I'm not being that girl no more. No. We're not hating on nobody. We're not hating on nobody's light. We all have a light that shines. So it's no reason for me to hate on yours. Because what God has for you is for you. What God has for me is for me. And it's just that simple. But to wrap it all up, seriously though, guys, please focus on learning the benefits of self-love and what it means to you. Focus on becoming that woman that God said, you know what? You are a healer. Someone just shared that with me. I was a guest on an amazing, amazing podcast with my girl Shannon, and she told me I was a healer. And at first, I was really taken back because I'm like, me? I'm a healer? Like, I never looked at myself as a healer. But God created me this way for a reason. God created me to be such a social butterfly because He knew you're going to have to come into contact with women who aren't social butterflies. You're going to have to learn how to communicate with women in different ways. You're going to have to communicate with women who don't act like you, who are quiet, who are shy, who have a wall up. But He gave me that gift to just be me. And I reach people by just being me. And I've come across women that have a block up, have a wall up, the conversation is a little rocky in the beginning, but then we start, chopping it up, and old girl she's good. She's breaking the walls down. She's opening up. But God made me that way because He knew what I would be doing, inspiring you all and literally healing at the same time. I don't get up here every day and talk with y'all like everything is blue and gold and pink skies in my life. I go through things too. I go through trials and tribulations too. Sometimes I'm in the valley. Sometimes I'm right up there at the top. But that's the point, is to show up even when you're going through things. To show up even when you don't feel like showing up. Because what I go through is not just for me. What I go through is not just for me. But now I'm in a place where I love who I am. And I'm so grateful for all the trials and tribulations because it built my character and it built me to get to this point to share my story with all of you. So I just wanted to come on here today and just tell you, if you don't do anything in life, just don't give up. Don't give up. It may feel hard. It may feel uncomfortable. You may feel a lot of pressure. You may feel like every time you turn, it's always something. But there is greater that comes from that something. There is so much greater, because a lot of things that I endured, even down to the fact that me in relationships, unhappy relationships, staying in unhappy situations, friendships, even jobs, like it could go so far. Like even staying in jobs where I wasn't appreciated or valued, like just not knowing my self-worth, going through all of that, those trials and those ups and downs and those unhappy moments and those depressive states built my character for today. When life be lifing, I'm like, yo, it's real, but God, you got it. That's from a healed space. That's from somebody who went through things, took it like a champ, and say, you know what? I know my God has greater for me. I know He does. I know my life is destined for greatness because I have that confidence that He's going to do what He promised me He will do. But that comes when you learn to love you and when you learn to love Him, because God is love. But I love you guys so, so, so much. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly do. But if you don't do anything, like I said, make sure you never give up. Don't give up on you and don't give up on God. You got this and God got you. Bye, guys.